Hello, so I know this is probably going to be very short, but I really wanted to get Toga out today, and yes, I'm doing parts, so it should be a little longer than the rest, because this is short, because I wanted to get it out on time. So, I don't really have anything to say. Me trying to make the video as long as I can. You are walking around your new town, but you get lost and find yourself in an alleyway. And you see a girl there who has her hair up in two messy buns. You don't think she sees you. You try to run away, but you drop to the floor. You wake up with the same girl staring right in your face. She notices you're awake and says, "Hi, I'm Toga. Who are you?" You know you're stuck, so you sit there and give her all the info she needs. Except you refuse to tell her your quirk. And one thing Toga does not realize is you have a tracker as protection from UA. Time skip. It's been 2 days and the UA teachers are starting to worry. A little bit of background. You just moved to the city a week ago. You enrolled at UA High remotely, so when you finally got there, you went to the UA building where they put a tracker behind your ear. Back to the present. After the teachers check your tracker, they're in a hurry and ran as fast as they could to get there. When they got there, they were met with an unpleasant surprise. I'm going to improvise from here. The building you were in seemed to be on fire, but they couldn't tell if it was just an illusion or something, but they decided to go in anyways. The building was completely and totally fine. They proceed to go more towards your tracker, but as they expected, the room was heavily guarded. They see Dobby standing right outside the door. Surprised he wasn't guarding the real door, so they would have more trouble getting in. Shigaraki was just afraid of losing a valid member like that. And to be honest, Dobby was definitely the strongest out of all the dumb nuts he had. After a brutal fight with Dobby, most of the heroes are either burned or just suffocating on the smoke of the others. They manage to defeat Dobby despite, and Aizawa, a couple others, make it in that room. They see you tied to a chair, but Toga is still standing in front of you. You're laying there motionless, not saying a word. They think you're brainwashed or something, but you're just acting. And they don't understand, how are you doing it? How are you keeping a straight face? You were kidnapped. You were almost hurt. They bet they try to hurt you, and they were not having it. But they were shocked. You had no marks on you. You were completely and utterly unharmed, and Toga had untied you. She was letting you go. She smiled at you and said, "Now go before I change my mind. We have no use for you because you did not give up any of your quirk information." How disappointing. Man, I thought you were different than the other ones. Just let us take it. I thought you'd be useful by now. Well, sorry for the trouble, misters. We just thought she might be strong, but she gave up immediately. I mean, she told us everything but her quirk, so I guess she didn't give up. But she's playing so dumb, and kind of starting to believe it. The UA teachers take you out of your chair and just leave. Not even caring anymore. They just leave and want to make sure you're safe. After the confirmation that you're safe, they ask you, what did they ask you? And at that point, you were done with questions for the day. You did not want to answer. At that point in time, it was about midnight, so you just wanted to head to bed. The teachers completely understood and said they'd proceed to question you tomorrow, which you were not excited about at all. You get out of bed And you wake up in the middle of the night to see the girl in your dreams. But she was saying something completely different. And then you wake up realizing that everybody has their own backstory and leading up to what they want to do. She just had a harder one than everybody else's. And you respected her decisions. So you wanted to go back to apologize to her. So you got up and left. Due to your intense training you did on your quirk, because most people actually did end up calling it useless, because it was so simple compared to them. You escaped, but you were planning to get back in. You go to the front door of where you had left before. You were staring the building up and down, looking for any sign of life, but there was none. Until a girl peeled her head out the window. It was Toga. "Hey, what are you doing back here? Thought you'd be too scared to come back. What are you doing?" You said this. "Well, I kind of wanted to apologize how the teachers were acting before. I kind of feel bad because I was thinking to myself, and I know that everybody has their own backstory, so I'm sorry for whatever happened to you that led up to this point." She looked at you with a forgiving smile and said, "Hold on, let me come down there for a minute." She looks you up and down in your pajamas, which was pretty much just some gym shorts and a t-shirt. You don't know why she looked like that. Anyways, you said, "What did you want to talk about?" She gave you a big hug and said, "Thanks for understanding. Now I understand you need to go back, but if we ever attack UA, I'll tell them to stay the heck away from you. 'Cause you get it. Everybody has a different past, and we just had harder ones, and we all have a reasoning for doing what we want. And you respect it, and I like that. Thank you." She pulls away from the hug, but you give her one more hug and then leave. She was very grateful, because it seemed like she'd found her first friend. And surprising enough, it was you.